to me. You found me the video on YouTube where, you know, the 300 years 20. And how it talks about, there's a word that you used was about to do it aggressively, really, really fast. Because you'll have quicker success and you'll have more success. It'll build faster. It won't build as much if you spread that same activity over 12 months. So the key is you want to go after people that want to do this kind of thing. That's where a lot of people, I think, us included, you spend a lot of time. You want to help everybody. You want to help your family, you know, your friends. You know, it's cool. Let's do this together. Let's be rich together. You know, but everybody doesn't have that mindset set. Everybody wants to be. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to be wealthy, but it's a certain mindset and it's a certain diligence. It's a certain type person that would take this information, take this kind of business and really run with it to become an SVP, a platinum, a double platinum, a diamond. So I think what's the smarter approach, and I'm not trying to rule anybody out, but you just go after that type person and you put your marketing around attracting that type person. Example, black hair care products, the commercials. They put them on BET and TV One more than any network because they're trying to attract. Why would I, put black hair care products on Telemundo?
Yeah.
So if we know a certain type person is right for this type business, someone who has the financial resources, not someone that doesn't have any resources, because they're going to have to support their business for a while until it's able to support them. And people that are used to an entrepreneurial mindset, they like working for themselves. Some people, they're not in a mindset. They're just not there where they can fully accept in their spirit to be able to work for themselves. Some people, it's like there's a little part of them that I have to work for someone and retire there. I got to find a good job. So that's a mindset that won't translate well into this because it will take them longer to grow into this mindset, which will slow down their progress, which will, if they don't see success sooner, then they start getting disenchanted and pull out. Or the person that doesn't have the financial resources, they will be like, okay, I'm struggling. I want to do this, but I'm struggling because I don't have the financial resources, and eventually they'll fall off. So,
well, the reason they're doing that is if they've got mounds of bills that can't support the ability to not have a constant income to come in. So if you're on a 9-to-5 job, you unless government shutdown, you're promised to have set per account of money come in. So if you got a family, if you got children that you have to support. Now, if you're a single man or single woman, or you just a risk taker that can go out and do that, that's fine. But for the person that is a logical thinker, this is still coming in. Bills are still coming in, So you just can't up and quit wherever you're doing.
Right.
Especially if you've got a family to support. Now, if I didn't have kids and I didn't have the amount of outcome, it really doesn't matter as far as the income, but more so it depends on what's outcome that's coming out of your income. So yeah, I could be one of those ones that say, you know what, I'm stop, I'm just putting my dig in, and do what's necessary to make things happen, because I have the base amount of support I need to support what's coming out, water bill and all that. But in our situation, we got kids in private school. We've got a lifestyle that we want to maintain and live. So that needed income definitely is needed every month.
Right. So when you say if you're building a business, you're going to really try to attract people that have the financial resources to be able to support their business now and have a mindset to be entrepreneurial. Would that make sense to just go after those initially? Now, once you have reached a point where you can really invest more time, because you now have freedom, because you reach a certain income bracket with your business and etc., then you can start really pouring into those that don't quite fit that mold. But wouldn't it make more sense to attract those people that have the financial resources, have the network, or the savvy, the technology savvy ability to attract or reach out to, and have an entrepreneurial mindset? Wouldn't that make sense? Those three type people.
I agree. Those are the same people. Yeah.
Not really. If they can, I feel like if they've got to struggle between their existing bills and money to invest in their business until it starts to take care of them, then not necessarily. Then that's the opposite of what I'm suggesting. I'm suggesting talking to, we've got people that started in a business that Platinum Senior Vice President Thomas Felder. Yes, he was an attorney and he had the resources. He just didn't have the time.
Right.
Well, he actually was perfect for something like this.
Right.
Because he had the financial resources to be able to support his business.
Yeah.
And he had an entrepreneurial mindset because he owned his own law practice.
Right.
And he actually had some sort of network.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you go after those people. There's training. I think it's that we got some training in nationals and they called it how to deal with your chicken list.
Right.
The people that you're chicken to talk to, because those are the ones that are actually interested in this kind of thing and have the ability to support their business until it is able to support them. That's what I'm saying. I think where people struggle, I don't want to use the word struggle, but I think they go after the wrong types of people. And they talk to a gazillion of the wrong types of people. And in there somewhere, sprinkled in there's some people that have an entrepreneurial mindset.
Gazillion is a strong word because
they talk to 300 people.
Yeah.
And in the midst of those 300 people, there's some people sprinkled in there that don't necessarily have the financial resources, but they have an entrepreneurial spirit. They've got a mindset for it, but they don't really have the financial means to support their business. And they don't have the network, and so they, and the mindset for it. But they get started because they're excited about what it could be for them. And then they struggle because they can't support it financially. So I'm saying, they don't know how, and they don't have the financial. The main thing is they don't have the financial resources to support their business.
So
what happens down the line?
You have to develop a network, a list, a source, a stream of sources. To, in a sense of, how you can go to Google, and I can Google what I want. If I wanted to find this type of, a certain type of
Whatever.
Yeah, I can Google in and then I can
Touche, Polly.
put parentheses around it and sort of, narrow what I'm looking for. And as headhunter recruiters, if they're looking for a certain type of employer or employee, they could kind of narrow it down, certain education level and all that stuff. They can narrow it down.